Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuhu. Subject Computer Science for 11th Standard A section. So in this session we are going to start a new lesson, chapter 11 Functions Part 1. Inshallah, in this chapter we are going to discuss the following topics: introduction, need for function, types of function, standard input output, gets puts function, character function like is, all num, is alpha, is digit, is lower, is upper, two upper, low, two lower. Let's start our class. Introduction. A large program can be splitted into a small subprograms block called a function. So this is the simplest definition for any function in any programming language. A large program is divided into small subprograms or blocks. These blocks or subprograms are called functions, can perform specific functionalities. So these blocks and these small blocks are designed to perform only a specific task. For the task, whatever the input requires, all the inputs are independent, and they return a output to the called area. The purpose of function is to reduce the size and complexity of the program and make it easier to understand, test and check for errors. So this is the main purpose of dividing a program into a small blocks, namely functions. So number one, reduce the size, reduce the complexity, easier to test, check and for errors. There are many two types of functions in programming language. One is built-in function, another one is user-defined function. Built-in function means the functions which are available in C++ language standard library. These functions are already written by the many software programmers developed by C++ and they stored in a special file called header files, and these header files are stored in a C++ libraries. Next one is user defined function. These functions can be created by the user, user want to write the name of the function, want to set the prototype like the name of the function, number of inputs required for the function, data type for the input inputs, and what is the output of the function, and what is the data type of the output value, and all the coding should be written by the user. This is the user defined function. These functions are created by users. Next is need for function. As I already told you, the purpose of function is to reduce the complexity and size of the program. That is first thing is reduce the size and complexity of program is the main purpose of the function, and the need of the function is also it is same. The programmers can make use of subprograms, either writing their own functions or calling them by from standard library. So number one need is divide and conquer. Complicated programs can be divided into manageable subprograms called functions. Program can focus on developing, debugging and testing individual functions. So when many programs or a complex program is divided into small programs, the programmers who develop the program can focus on a small programs and give more time and their skill for debugging. So debugging means bugs means errors, debugging means removing errors. In the same way, many programs can work on different functions simultaneously. So this is the first need, that is dividing the program into a smaller program is leads it leads to programmers to handle it efficiently and simultaneously. Second one, reusability. For example, in previous programming language where functions are not used, there the same lines or same codings are repeatedly used in programs for in many locations. It leads to increase of the program size as well as the reduce the size of the program speed. For that purpose, these functions are very helpful to reuse. It means a few lines of coding can be written inside the function, and after compiling this function we can make use of this function in various parts of the program without copying the codes by simply calling the function. So this is the second need of the function is reusing. So write once, use many times is the principle of this function and need of this function. So these are the two important need. One is divide and conquer, another one is reusability. Next one, of course we already discussed there are two types of functions. One is predefined and built-in function or a library function, and one is user defined functions. So these functions are already created, already written, debugged, compiled, and they are stored alone or grouped and stored in a file called header files. So header files is the files which holds all the user defined or predefined built-in or library functions in C++. To use these functions, that is predefined function, we should include this header file in our program. Then only we can use the pre-built or predefined built-in library functions. So these functions are bugs free and they are used many times by simply including the header files in our program. Second one is user defined function. So here we user want to mention the name of the function when creating the function. Second, mention the data type of the input requirement variables, and number of input requirements should be mentioned by the user. Number three, mention the data type of the output value which is defined by the user. But in user defined function there is only one output will be returned to the called area in C++ language, and many inputs can be used to process the function. So now we are going to discuss about header files. So of course already we know header files holds all the built-in functions. So it provides function prototype and definition for library function. So what is function prototype? Prototype means name of the function and output data return data type of the function and input of the function. All the important details like name of the function, output return data type, input number of input variables and their data types are mentioned inside the prototype, and definition refers to the codes written inside that function in the built-in function. So data type and constant used with the library functions are also defined in them. So header file can be identified by their extension .h. See in C++ library many files are here. So header files can be identified only by the extension. The extension for the header file is .h. For example, stdio.h is the one of the regularly using header file. Stdio.h is a header file that contains predefined standard input output functions. So here in stdio.h many predefined header files, pre-built functions are stored, and like get char, put char, gets, puts. These are the some of the standard input output functions, built-in functions which are stored inside the header file called stdio.h. So in this example 11.1 we are going to see how to access these built-in functions like get char and put char. So get char, put char are the predefined function used to get a single character from the keyboard, and put char function is used to display a character. So get char put char functions deals with the character only. So character data type refers to single letter, single symbol, single number. So the get char is used to accept a single character from the user at the time of executing the program. Put char is the function is used to display a single character on the screen. This is the alternative functions for cout and cin. But the only difference is In cout and cin, we can accept all type of input, whereas getChar and putChar functions are used only with the char data type. So from the example 11.1, we can understand how this getChar and putChar function works. So open the developer C++ software, open the file name 11.1, where we already written the program related to the getChar and putChar functions. So press Ctrl plus O, open the file 11.1. The first example file of the chapter 11 deals with the getChar and putChar function. So IOStream H, which we already use for using the cout and cin predefined function or built-in function. So stdio is included here for using the getChar and putChar functions. So as usual, we created the main function, and here uh, we type a message, namely type a character to display on the screen. After that, we create a variable, namely ch. The data type of this ch is char. So this ch is stored with the value getChar function. So here we use the getChar function to accept a character from the user and store it into the variable. So this is called the dynamic initialization. Creating a inserting a value at the time of creating a variable is called dynamic initialization, which we already discussed in the beginning of the C++. After we display another message, the entered character is, and by using the putChar function, we display that character. So now I'm going to compile this program and run the program. So here in the log area, you can see the processing starts, and there was zero errors and warnings. You can see the output. So type a character. Now I am going to type a character K. So this K is accepted by getChar, and by using the putChar we display the same letter. If you run the program and give another symbol, for example dollar, the same character will be accepted and display on the screen by using getChar and putChar. If you type a number also, then it also accepted by the data type by the function getChar and putChar. But when you give more than one character, what will happen? See here, for example, kings. Then this getChar only accept the first character only from the string, and other characters are ignored by the getChar. In the same way, putChar only display the single character. So this is the feature of built-in function getChar and putChar. Maybe some of the programmers will use this function for accepting where only one character should be accepted, and to display a single character. Next one, we are going to see the next topic, gets and puts. It is also a built-in function stored in the header file stdio.h. So gets function, puts function is used to accept a string, and the puts function is used to print a string. So this is the difference between getChar and putChar. Now open the program 11.12, 11.2, where we are using the gets and puts. Get yes means yes refers to string, whereas put yes refers to string. So here you can see, as usual, we write the same program. Here we included the stdio header file. Here we use the gets, and here we use the puts. All the gets and puts function accept string. So here you can see that we use the same data type char and variable name with the number. What is this number? This is a array variable. It means char str of 50 refers to the compiler that create the 50 numbers of variable with the name str. So in the previous example you can see char ch. So here within the bracket there was no number. It means compiler will create only one variable with this name, namely ch in this example. So in 11.2 you can see char with the variable name. After that variable name, within the square bracket we mention a number 50. It means Compiler will create 50 number of variables with the same name str, but each and every variable is different from one another by their index number. So consider a variable which consists with 50 number of variable which have same name. When you call the specific variable from that group, how we can call, for example, if you want to call the fourth variable from that group, then you should call it as a str3, because all these variables are indexed by their number, thus that index number begins from 0. For example, here consider each and every box is a variable. So all these 50 box is referred to a variable where each and every variable holds a value, single value, because of the data type. So here you can see the 50 group of variable. All these variable have the same name str, but each and every variable value differs. First variable value is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So next one is 10. In this order, all the variable names are allotted for that group. So here you can see 50 variables are created. So here you can see 20, 30 and 40. In the same order, all the variables are created and they are stored. So wait a second. I simply try to display the content. So imagine that all 50 variables are allotted in this like this. So after that, so here now you can see all these group have their unique name, unique number. This number is called index number, but all these 50 variables share the same variable name str. For example, if you want to access the fourth cell, so cell number 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the fourth cell, then you can use that variable name as str of 3. So this is how we refer each and every variable. So in this program you can see there are 50 variables are created, and when we give it the value, then all the values, all the string values is collection of character. Each and every character will store in a specific cell. So for example, first I run the program. Here you can see gets and str puts function accept a string. So compile processing is under work. So I'm going to enter the value computer science. Enter. So computer science is accepted by the gets function, and by puts function display the content. So technically what happened in this group of variable, these computer science string is stored in the first variable C. So O will store in this variable, M here, P here. In fifth cell, space will store. After that, S here and C here. After that, I here. Other variables are empty because we created 50 numbers of variable, but we use only the uh, 8 number of variables. because we here in this string we can see 8 characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, space is also character, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So only we use 8 variables, other variables are reserved for our purpose. This is how the string is handled in C++. So all the data are stored in the string variable in this format. So string is a collection of character. Every character is stored in a single cell. So this is the simple example for understanding the string. Next one, we are going to see the next topic where we are going to discuss about the character functions. So we discussed what is string and how the string is handled by C++. Now we are going to see character functions. This is the special function, a group of functions which is inside a header file called ctype.h. These functions are related only to character. For example, one of the first character function is eAllNum. This function is used to check whether a character is alpha or not, alphanumeric or not. It means whatever character we can give, that character is validated through this function. If the given character is alpha or number, then the function return non-zero value if the C is a digit or a letter, else it will return 0. So is all number is a function is used to check the given character either alpha or number. If the given character is alphabet or number, then it will return non-zero number, and if the given character is symbol other than alphabet and number, then it will return 0. So we will see this alpha num function, character function in 11.3 program. So open the program 11.3. Here you can see a new header file is added, namely C type function, because here only we have the character related built-in function. In this program we are going to use a isAllNum. So here you can see two variables are created, one is ch, another one is r. Ch is used to accept and store the input of the character of the user. So r is used to store the result. So here by using the cout we given the message type a character. A new character is accepted by the getChar function and store in the variable ch. So here we use getChar, not getS. So it means it will accept only one character and store in the variable ch. After that, isAllNum is used where a ch is passed as an input. This character evaluated by this isAllNum function and return the value in the R. That result value is displayed on the screen by using the message. The result of a value of a isAllNum is here. So now I am going to compile this program and execute this program. So here you can see I am going to give a character K. Then it will return non-zero number, that is 2. So the given character is alphabet or number. So in the same way, if you run the same program and give the number, for example 6, then also it will return any non-zero number. It may be 2, 3, 4, any number, but the number should not be non-zero. This function will return 0 when we give the input as a symbol. For example, now I am going to input the percentage symbol. So here you can see the value is 0. It means is alpha number, evaluate this character and find out that the given character is not a alphabet, not a number. That's why it will return 0. So this is the simple function to identify whether the given function is alpha or number. If the given character is alpha or number, then it will return non-zero, else it will return 0. This is the first character function. Next we will see the is alpha. So it is also like is alpha num, but the difference is used to check whether the given character is alphabet or not. So this function will return non-zero when the input is alphabet, otherwise it will return 0. See here, this function will return 1 if the given character is alphabet, and 0 otherwise 0. So open the program 11.4 where we are using is alpha function. So open the program is alpha function. Here the same getChar function is used and it is evaluated by is alpha function. So here you can see is alpha function is used here. So I'm going to insert the give the character k. Now you can see the non-zero value. In the same way I am going to run the program. Now I am going to give the input as 6. Now you can see the 0 because it is not an alphabet. So is alpha checks whether the given character is alpha. So in the same way, if you give the percentage symbol or any other symbol, then also it returns 0. So this function alpha will return 1, non-zero number only when the input is alphabet. Otherwise it will return 0. So in the same way, the next function is digit. This function is used to check whether a given character is digit or not. So if the given character is digit, then it will return 1 or non-zero number, and if the given character is other than digit, then it will return 0. So in the program 11.5 we are going to learn this function. So open the program 11.5. Here we are using a function called isDigit. We also use the header file C type. So I'm simply running the program and also I try to give the input k. So here what with the function we use is digit. So it will return 0 because the given value is alphabet. In the same way, now I am going to give the input as 6. Now this function will return non-zero, that is 1, because it is a number, it is a digit. In the same way, if you give the percentage, then it will return 0. So this is how the given values are evaluated by the isDigit function. So again I told you this function to check whether a given character is digit or not will return 1 if the given character is digit and otherwise 0. So this function will return 1 if the given character is digit. Otherwise it will return 0. For both the character and symbol it will return 0 and return 1 if the given character is digit. So next one is lower. What is the function of this? This function is used to check whether the given character is lower. Lower means small letter or not. If the function given character is small letter, will return non-zero value. If the given character is not a lower if the lower not a lowercase alphabet and 0 otherwise. So here you can see the small letter n. After executing the following statement, the value of the variable in will be 1 since the given character is lower. In the same way, if the but the statement given below will assign 0 to the variable n since the given character is upper. So here p, when we give the input as p, then it will return 0. When they give the value n in small letter, it will return 1. So open the program. Here we will check 11.5a. Here we use the is lower is upper function. Here we accept a single character and check whether the given character is lower or upper. So here we learn what is the purpose of is lower and what is the purpose of upper. So in this program you can see many functions are used. Is lower is also used, in the same way is upper is also used. First check one by one. First we are going to see the is lower function. So compile this program, run the program. Now I am going to give the input capital letter K. Then see the result, first result. The return value of the each lower is 0. In the same way, now I'm going to give the same K in small letter, then it will return non-zero. So lowest lower function return non-zero when the input is lower, otherwise 0. In the same way, the next function is upper, which checks the given character. This will return 1 if the true, otherwise 0. So this function is also embedded in a same program. So open the developer C++, run the same program. Now check the second input, second output. The return value of the is upper 1 because it is a capital letter. In the same way, if I give the small letter k, then it will return 0 because the input is small. So this is the purpose of using the is lower and is upper function character, built-in function characters. Next one is to upper. So this function is used to convert the given character into its uppercase. For example, given character is converted, given small letter character is converted into capital letter, and in the same way, to lower is the also function is convert the given character into uppercase. So I run the same program 11.5. Here I am going to give the input capital letter K. In the third output, you can see where we use to upper, the given number, given character which is already in uppercase is converted into upper. If you give the input in small letter, for example small k, then it will convert it into capital letter. So if you give the same input in capital letter, then lower up to lower function convert these capital letter into small letter. So this is the important built-in function related to character data type in C++. So I hope you understand. Prepare well. Best of luck. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.